Awesome.
Oh,
Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. I don't know how many we have on tonight. It looked like a good bit. I can only see four of you right now with sharing my screen, but I'm so excited to welcome you guys here tonight. You are here because you are open to the idea of creating an income with doTERRA, which is truly a great, great thing because I believe that every household should have at least two streams of income. And, honestly, like side hustles are what it's all about. And there is not anything, in my opinion, that can come close to what doTERRA offers for so many reasons. So what we're doing tonight, like this is by no means a comprehensive look at the business, but rather like a sneak peek into what makes doTERRA opportunity so amazing and so different. So we're going to share some slides with you tonight as we go along. My name is Ashley Sanger. I am a Diamond Wellness Advocate and Founder 2.0 with doTERRA. I have been using doTERRA for almost 10 years. And truly in the beginning, like I had zero interest in anything to do with anything business related and network marketing because I'd had a not so positive experience in my younger years and was just like, no, no, thank you. But the oils were doing powerful things for my kiddo. So my firstborn was about, I guess he was about a year old when I discovered doTERRA. And so he had at about 6 months old, started developing chronic ear issues. And we were having to do lots of synthetic things that like steroids, antibiotics, things like that. And it was happening like every month or month and a half. And so we had been using doTERRA. I guess we've been dealing with it for about 6 months when we discovered doTERRA. And when I first discovered doTERRA, I was just gifted some essential oils. Like I had no thought that they could like be a solution to the problem we were dealing with. But I'd been using them for about a couple months, kind of playing with them, having some small experiences here and there with certain things. Digestion was a big one, especially with a baby. But I will never forget. It was a Labor Day, and he spiked a fever. My son Jax, he was about almost 18 months at this point. So we've been dealing with this ear thing for a little while. And I had it on guard. And I'm like, oh, well, this is for immune. I'm going to put this on his feet, whatever. Did that a couple times that day. The problem went away. And I didn't really think much of it because nothing else happened. But we were in his pediatrician 8 days later for a wellness visit. And the doctor looked at me and goes, it looks like he's just getting over some ear issues that you're usually in here for. Like, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. And I was completely shocked because I thought, well, I know when he's suffering with ear issues because he's snotty and he's up night crying and all these things. And so it was at that moment that I realized exactly how powerful the solutions in my hands were. It was a moment I'll never forget as a mom, especially my first time mom, kids first, health issue. I was like, not only did my child not have to use the synthetic things that I wasn't really comfortable with him being on so frequently, but he never even suffered. And it was at that time that I thought, okay, there's more to this than meets the eye. And that was when I started to really kind of take seriously exactly what I was using and telling everybody about it. Okay. I still wanted nothing to do with the business, right? But I was telling everybody about it because this was a solution that had completely changed my life and my son's life. And so after not doing the business intentionally for a little while, but back then everybody was a wellness advocate, everybody had a website, like it was just kind of how it was. Um, I started getting checks in the mail, and I'm like, okay, like what is this for? Like, oh my goodness, this is great. This will go towards my order this month. Like, it just I kind of fell into it, and that's really the best way I can describe it. I was at that time working full time, 40 hours a week at a doctor's office in admin and IT. My son was going to my mother-in-law, who at that point was in her late 60s. And she was watching him for me, which was a huge blessing. But I was having to drive 35 minutes to her house from my house, and then 20 minutes back into Frederick, and then in reverse on the way home just to get him. And when I decided I wanted to have another child, I knew that our current situation wasn't going to work because of my in-laws' advanced age and then having a toddler and a newborn. I just knew that wasn't going to be an option. And so that's when the wheels really started turning, and I thought, okay, what do I have here in my hands? What opportunity lies before me that I maybe need to take a little bit more seriously? And so I did. And when I had my second son, about 2 years after I started doTERRA. I left my full-time job and went on doTERRA full-time. Now, full-time doTERRA means something very different than full-time regular job, but that's something we can talk about later. So I started with this mission to empower moms. I wanted moms to feel like I felt. I wanted them to be able to do what I was able to do for my child. I felt that's so important as a mother to have that control and that power. But then after a time, especially after I was able to leave my job, I became very passionate about helping women truly become free. If I could describe in one word what doTERRA has given me, it's freedom. And to me, that is like, I can't even put a salary price on that. And so now I'm very, very passionate about not only helping moms and women, be empowered with their health, but helping other women be empowered with their finances, with their time, with their freedom, with their, how much time they want to spend with their kids, their families, where they want to be and what they want to do. And so that's kind of a little bit of my backstory with doTERRA. I cannot imagine working another job at this point. So we're going to jump in tonight to some things that are going to really kind of just help you understand what this opportunity looks like and what makes it so really different. So before we get started, I want you to throw in the chat, what would make the biggest impact on your life? Okay, I'm going to read through a few of these for you. Just throw the number in the chat or type it out, whatever you want. But would creating more time to pursue your passions be really impactful for you? Would finding fulfillment in being your own boss and being able to determine what you do with your time, is that what's really appealing to you? Or maybe you want to like develop your talents and grow your interests in other areas and other things that you want to do and accomplish. Maybe you're looking to increase financial flexibility or spend more time with your family, right? Travel, that's something, time freedom, it comes back to that. Maybe fighting burnout, right? Sometimes our jobs, when they can really wear you down. Or maybe you want to retire a little bit sooner or make some money in retirement or earn more money, right? Or maybe there's something else that you're looking to do. And or maybe it's making an impact in what you do. And we're going to talk about how you can do that with doTERRA tonight. So Melissa, who's in the chat? Have we got anybody tossing any of those out?
Yeah, so we have a few very, there's one that everybody said, and it was number 6, travel the world. 4, increase financial flexibility, which I think is huge. And 2, 5, spend time with loved ones.
Awesome.
And then someone just wrote in financial freedom for sure and more travel. So I think the financial freedom piece is, as you and I know, a major game changer.
Well, when you're freed up financially, that actually leaves a lot of room for freedom in other areas, because truly how we maintain our finances is in what we do in our jobs. And what we do in our jobs is what pays our bills. And so, it really does offer a lot of opportunity there. So awesome. Thank you guys for sharing in the chat. It's always awkward when we're like, hey, and then like nobody says anything. And we're like, okay, next slide. I always tell people I will sit here in awkward silence until you answer.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
All right, let's jump into it. Okay. What I love about the company, doTERRA is absolutely different. Their products, they lead with the product, and that is huge. What doTERRA has to offer is so very different, guys. This is healthcare. Okay, this is an industry there that is absolutely huge, and so this is not the same as selling commodities like leggings or makeup or things like that. Truly what we're doing here with doTERRA is healthcare, and it applies to every single person in the household from the time they are born until the time they leave this earth. And so that is really a big deal. Our products are consumable. People are continuing to reorder them. We have over 65% retention rate. And if you know anything about network marketing or have been in any other network marketing business, 65% is off the charts. Which means this is going to be a sustainable business for you long term. And that's something that really, really makes it different. doTERRA is the absolute leader in the essential oil industry. Truly, there's nobody that can come close to what doTERRA is doing from the science perspective, the research perspective. Like everything is validated and legitimized, right? We're not making claims that we can't back by science. And that is huge. We're run by doctors and physicians. There's no other essential oil brand that can touch what ours will do for you. And most of you on here probably already know that and have already experienced that. doTERRA also sources all over the world. We have markets in over 110 companies or countries rather. Our executives have over 150 years combined experience. So truly, this is a legacy company, one that is going to be around. You hear all the time about network marketing companies popping up and going away. And doTERRA is one that is here to stay. You ask anyone in the industry, any leader in the industry, even outside of doTERRA, and they will tell you doTERRA is a legacy company. So when you partner with doTERRA, you are partnered for the long term and that you can rely on your income long term. Okay. The other thing that I love about doTERRA that makes it very unique and very different is they have a global initiative larger than anything I've ever seen with any other company. Co-impact sourcing is an absolute game changer, and it is impacting poverty on a global level. So co-impact sourcing actually pays growers fairly. It preserves agricultural knowledge through their co-impact sourcing initiatives. Every single purchase of a doTERRA product improves the lives of the growers in their communities and developing nations worldwide. doTERRA is truly driven by generating jobs, providing fair on-time payments, environmental stewardship, sustaining long-term partnerships. This is really the bottom line. And so as you build your business, you help create sustainable industry in over 46 different countries. And doTERRA works tirelessly to make sure that we are sourcing the best and helping the most in every single community that we are involved in with our sourcing. It is a very, very powerful thing. So when you want to talk about making an income while making an impact, this is one of the amazing ways you can do it. Not only the people that you're helping with the oils, but the people that are sourcing the oils and the lives that are being lifted all over the world by doTERRA's global impact on poverty. It's really, really powerful. All right, so doTERRA does it all for us, okay? I absolutely love that they give us so much, and there are so many things that people associate with network marketing that are not a part of doTERRA. So they handle the incredible and innovative products, the research behind them, the order fulfillment, the customer service, like the business and product training, customer education resources. Everything is all in place and given to you. Okay, no fees for your website, no fees for it's given to you to support your success. You just share the product, right? You don't have to buy inventory. There are no fees to be a wellness advocate. There are no quotas to meet. You truly have freedom to run your own business. It is really awesome. And I have not seen another company that is so incredibly invested in providing you with resources for you to be successful. It has been a huge blessing. And there's so many things that I use on a daily basis that's provided from doTERRA that really just help in everything that I do. doTERRA gives us everything we need, and as I mentioned, for free. There are so many resources, courses, ebooks, the DMK, which basically provides all the graphics and reels and videos and trifolds and all these resources for you to be able to post on social media or share with people completely free. You get a free website. You get the link generator, which is one of my favorite tools with doTERRA. You have the business plan through the business building guide and the business building course, again, completely provided to you by doTERRA for free. It is a roadmap. It is an actual business plan for success that they just literally hand over to you that you can then take and do what you want with. It's really, really powerful what we are provided with. So it really is truly simple. There are so many ways to build this business. And that's one of the things I love about it, because we all have different strengths. We all have different talents. We like to do things differently. And so while doTERRA and all the resources they provide us provide the framework and the scaffolding to be successful, you then get to take that information and build the wall yourself in a way that honors your strengths, in a way that honors what you enjoy doing, and allows you to simply use the product, share the product, support your new customers, and that's simply by plugging them into the resources doTERRA has provided, and repeat. It is truly, truly that simple, okay? And that's one of the things I love most about it, is that it's very simple, it is very customizable, and it can be done at whatever pace works for you and your lifestyle and the goals that you have, okay? I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this slide. This is a lot of the different ways doTERRA pays. We're not going to go into this. If you want to learn more about how doTERRA pays and the commission structure and all that, definitely get us a call, a one-on-one with the person who invited you here, because this is best kind of worked through together. But I want to show you this just because you get paid 24/7 in multiple ways. There's actually like 5 different ways you get paid through doTERRA. So this really produces financial sustainability and security, and it's built to last, right? You are building an income that will continue to pay you long term. Okay. So you've got so many options with doTERRA. I love doTERRA because you have options and it can flex and shift with wherever you go in life. And I know for me personally, there's been times like where, I've been able to really focus. And then there's been times where things have come up in life and things, have happened where I've had to pull back a little bit or haven't had as much time to invest. But guys, the paychecks remained the same because of how doTERRA allows you to build it and structure it. And so you have a couple options. You can simply share, get your products paid for, right? Let's get free natural healthcare. Let's get our orders free every month because we all know our orders are our healthcare. At least that is the way it is in my household. And you can get those paid for. That's a great goal. Or maybe you want an extra 500 a month. Like, show of hands, if 500 a month wouldn't be helpful for you, because my hand's going down, right? 500 a month, you could do so many things: a car payment, getting out of debt, just paying a couple bills. It really takes the edge off. Or you can decide to build a business. Maybe you want to replace an income or create an income in your retirement. Like, you have options and flexibility, and you don't have to pick one and be locked and loaded in there for the rest of your life. Again, that is the beautiful thing about not having quotas or minimums or requirements put on you by doTERRA. Now, if you're on here tonight and you're a customer and you're like, I'd love to learn about the business. This is great. It's always important to know about the options, but I don't know that I really want to do anything with that yet. There's still an option just for you as a customer. doTERRA introduced the refer a friend option in last March, which is a really cool way to simply share the link. You've probably all seen it pop up in your account when you've logged in. It says, here's, get your link, and you can copy it. But what this is an opportunity for you to just share what you love. Shoot your link over to a friend who maybe wants a bottle of lavender or that Serenity system or whatever it might be. They can order it and they get your cost and wholesale membership for a year for free. So without any membership fees or purchasing requirements, they can simply get it at your discount. And you get 20% kicked back from doTERRA into your account to use as cash towards your orders. So this is a really awesome way to bring people in, and then the person, your upline or whomever got you started, can help support that person. So that takes some of the pressure off of you. So you do have an option. Definitely not as much of an opportunity with this option, but still something just for you if you're feeling that the business may be something that you're not ready to jump into just yet. Okay. All right. So I would like to take a second to introduce Melissa. Melissa is my co-host tonight. She is a diamond with doTERRA, and she's been with doTERRA for over 14 years, almost since the beginning, which is awesome. And she has a big family, big blended family, and she lives in, oh, did I write that wrong? She's in Delaware, Ohio, not Delaware. That's wrong on the slide. I apologize. So Melissa, I would love to for you to share just a little bit about your journey with doTERRA and what the business has meant to you. You're muted, girl.
There we go. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I've been in doTERRA since before it was like a thing to be into oils. It was a really interesting climate to start that way 14 years ago. One interesting thing about me with doTERRA was when I was started, I was working 2 other jobs and kind of doing doTERRA, not for the business. I was just sharing, kind of like most of us, and it just kind of fell into my lap. And I think it was just what God intended. And it kind of got me to a place. And then I actually went through a really bad divorce, and it took about 3.5 years, start to finish, which is not normal. And so I was able to pay for my divorce by myself, still be there for my kids. I don't know that there's any other job that you can like take a break or not be able to get out of bed, but you still get paid. And so it was nice to be able to still travel, teach some classes when I was able to, care for my kids, be there, still go to court a ton, handle that, and walk away from all of that. So I am incredibly lucky. I have my 2 children, met Scott, he's in the picture, and we have a beautiful blended family, and they all love each other, and it's been really great. My favorite oils are frankincense and jasmine, and I said that just because jasmine always stops my panic attacks. So there's some oil for everybody, I swear, that like is able to pull them out of maybe a bad mood or when they're stressed or have something going on. And frankincense is something that I use every day under my tongue. Come to one of our intro classes and we will talk about why we use frankincense, but those are my two oils. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Everybody's in a different stage of life, but just know that doTERRA is here. And there's so many opportunities to support you and to walk with you through those life challenges.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I love hearing other people's stories. I'm sorry, I had to stop the screen share for a second because I had something whacked out with my notes. So,
No, you're fine.
um,
We don't need to look at our picture. Um, yeah, but also just to say that, like, I don't think you said this, Ashley, but doTERRA is like a family. Like Ashley and I are not on the same team, but we're able to support one another. Going through hard times or divorce, like you find people that are like, we're behind you, we're with you. It's okay. That people not even on my team, you know, Jen and Laura and everybody there, obviously my upline, but they would just say, like, how are you? Are you okay? You know, all those different things, that it really is a family where I know many people who go through difficult times and they feel completely alone. So I wish none of that upon anyone, truly, and with the deepest part of me, but joy and happiness. But regardless, to think that we're only going to have joy in our life is just not true. And so set yourself up with something that can be there in the good and the bad.
Amen. I tell you, girl, I feel you on that so hard. Like I just came back from a week-long cruise with doTERRA.
I know, I was so jealous.
Our community is absolutely incredible. There are many women on this Zoom here tonight that I got to spend a week with that, you know, when you're working together towards a common goal of just being, you know, just helping people, because that's truly the crux of what we do.
Yeah.
But being able to work together to do it in and know that we're changing the world is just a really, really, really powerful opportunity.
Yeah.
And so, um, you know, doTERRA truly, it is so much more than an essential oil company. We are about blessing lives one at a time, sharing hope and wellness through doTERRA's worldwide movement. And so I was a mom that needed to be empowered with my child's health. And because one person shared with me, my entire family's lives changed in so many ways, more ways than just wellness. Like 10 years later, through my efforts and the efforts of my incredible business partners, we have passed these blessings on to thousands of people. We are driven to empower people with their health. Our current system, y'all, it is so broken. And our goal is to disrupt healthcare and awaken people to a new and powerful way to approach their health. Daily, I get to cast a vision for people so that they can see, really, this is a better way. This is the most unexpected dream job. If you had told me 10 years ago that I'd be doing what I am now, network marketing, nonetheless, like I never would have believed you. But every single day I have the opportunity to connect with people and to lift them up and to empower them to create the life they desire for themselves, for their families, not only with their health, but with making an income while making an impact. And so we are truly disrupting healthcare and changing the trajectory of generations together. And so my question to you guys is, will you join us? We would love to have you join our tribe, join our community, and truly change your life and the lives of everybody around you. So you might be wondering what's next. Okay, so I will throw in the chat when I stop the screen share here before we end. But first thing you want to do is download the build guide. doTERRA has an awesome build guide that kind of goes a little bit more into company compensation, things like that. It's free resource. You can download it from doTERRA. Of course, everything doTERRA provides resource-wise is free. And so we'll post the link to that in the chat. The other thing that I really would recommend you doing, especially if you're newer to doTERRA, is doTERRA has like an 11-minute origin story video. I'll post the YouTube link to that in the chat as well. It is a really powerful video and really important for you to understand who this company is and where they came from. I think that's really important to understand about any company before you jump in, is to really understand the owners, really understand the origin, how it was founded, how it grew, so that you really know what you're getting into. That's really, really important. And then the other thing I'd love you guys to do is schedule a business consultation, right? A quick phone call or a Zoom or whatever, maybe an in-person meeting with the person who invited you, just so they can chat through your goals, your lifestyle, kind of maybe what you're looking to achieve, and help you develop a personalized plan for you to move forward with doTERRA. We have also the free business certification course. We can give you the link to that as well. If you wanted to hop in and check out what doTERRA's business plan looks like and how you might want to customize that for yourself, that's another free resource that we will link you to. So I just want to thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. As I mentioned, once we stop the recording, all the stuff, we'll put these links in the chat for you. But please connect with the person who invited you. And if you're not sure how you got here, let us know. We will find how you got here and get you hooked up with who you need to be hooked up with to talk about if this might be a good opportunity for you. So I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. Thank you so much, Melissa, for hanging with me tonight. And thank you for all you beautiful, we got all women on here, beautiful women who joined us this evening.